The Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, says Ghana is likely to miss out on major benefits of the country's oil and gas resource if the current regime of spreading oil money across numerous projects remain. The technical manager of PIAC, Mark Agyei, and chairman of PIAC's Public Affairs and Communications Subcommittee, Eric Defort, said this while touring 4 oil-funded projects in the Akwasi municipality and the Sekkondi-Takoradi metropolis. While expressing disappointment with the state for most of the projects, the PIAC officials told City Business News' Akwasi Agyei Annim the trend needs to be reversed.
Despite the Public Interest Accountability Committee been calling for the last 5 years for exclusive project to actually be funded by oil money, the situation hasn't changed. Looking at the 4 projects that the committee has actually looked at across the Sekkondi-Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly and the Akwasi municipality, it looks as if most of these projects are insignificantly funded by the oil money, and therefore becomes very difficult to actually make any claims that these are exclusively oil money. I am here at the new Takoradi community here in the western region, where 180,000 deba grounds is supposed to be funded by oil and gas money. But a look at it shows that the project, which they claim is about 80% complete, is still actually being halted. So I'm here with one of the leading members of the committee to actually tell me what he makes of what he's seeing today here, and whether the issue of spreading too thin when it comes to the utilization of Ghana's oil money still persists or is still a concern. So what can you tell me about what you've seen so far?
What we have seen is a failed project, in that the whole deba grounds is not worth its purpose. Now, these are some of the challenges we have with the utilization of oil revenues, because when you do small micro projects, you don't get the impact of the oil resource. We've spent $6.5 billion already of oil resources, and we don't have any major tangible projects to show for it. A project like this is an embarrassment to the country.
You've also seen the 2 projects so far. What's your assessment of these projects?
My colleagues are saying that this one will give them less than 10%. This side is all even sinking already, and it's just 1-year-old project. So one wonders what will happen after 5 years. So as for this one alone, I think that the contractor and whoever supervised the work did not try for Ghanaians. Our money has been wasted.
We have the Western region leadership of the Queen Mothers to actually tell us what they also make of this very project.
It's so poor. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so poor. We need the contractor on site to ask him what he did with that money. That's what we, the Queen Mothers, are demanding.
Amidst all these concerns being raised over here, what does the PIAC itself feel about this, and whether they think their recommendations are being toyed with? Because some of these issues have always reoccurred in their recommendations. I have Mark Agyei, who is one of the executives at PIAC. Tell me what he makes of some of these concerns and the fact that they keep reoccurring in some of the inspections that they're doing in the Western region today.
Yeah, thank you, Kwasi. You've been with us from the beginning when we started this project monitoring in 2016. We actually started from the north. And to be honest with you, what we saw up north in 2016, how we've used oil money to undertake projects, it's not different from what we are seeing today here at the new Takoradi, where oil money is commingled with other funding sources and making it monitoring very difficult, because you go to a project site and you don't know exactly what oil money went to do as part of the project. The other thing also is that we spread the money sometimes so thinly across projects that some projects receive funding of 10,000 Ghana cedis to do tiling and painting. Some projects receive our 50,000 Ghana cedis to do just grounds work. Then the question is that if you continue to spend our oil money this way, we might produce petroleum for 1,000 years, but then its economic impact, socio-economic impact on the lives of the citizenry will not be realized as envisaged in 2007 when petroleum was discovered in commercial quantity.
In such discussions, you can't leave out the civil society, who are basically the watchdogs of all stakeholders in our development. And so we have Friends of the Nation, which happens to be a lead civil society organization here in the Western region, and has been so much interested in the utilization of oil money.
What we need to now look at is that what level of consultations does the Ministry of Finance engage to look at the priorities, the prioritized needs of stakeholders so that they can select these projects from. And also what level of consultations do we do in terms of the project design and also the implementation.
This is part of the Deba grounds, which is supposed to be about 80% completed. And even before the project is completed, it is obvious that it is developing defects over here. And the question is, what quality are we actually putting our oil revenues to when it comes to its expenditure? For City News, I'm Akwasi, Agyei, Annim, Takoradi.